Ever found yourself daydreaming about the top places to visit in Japan? Well, buckle up, because we're about to take a thrilling virtual journey to the land of the rising sun. A country where modernity and tradition intertwine seamlessly, Japan offers a unique blend of bustling urban life and tranquil countryside. It's a place where ancient shrines stand tall amidst towering skyscrapers, where the scent of cherry blossoms wafts through the air, and where a bow can mean more than 1,000 words. Now don't deny it, some of you are probably secretly plotting to become a ninja or samurai. And no, we're not judging. In fact, we're here to help you plan your covert operation. From the majestic Mount Fuji to the historic city of Kamakura and the serene beauty of Hakone, we've got it all covered. So, are you ready to explore the beauty, history, and culture of Japan like never before? Stay tuned as we embark on this virtual journey to the land of the rising sun. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications, and share your own experience or ask a question in the comments below. First stop, Mount Fuji. No, we're not climbing it today, so keep those hiking boots away. Mount Fuji, or Fuji-san, as it's affectionately known in Japan, is a national icon. It's the tallest peak in the country, standing proudly at a whopping 3,776 meters. This majestic mountain is a beloved subject in Japanese art and literature, and has inspired countless artists and poets for centuries. Its symmetrical snow-capped peak is a sight to behold, especially when it's framed by cherry blossoms in spring or vibrant red leaves in autumn. You see, Mount Fuji is not just about the climb, it's also about the journey, the landscapes, and the changing seasons. Speaking of climbing, if you're the adventurous type, the official climbing season runs from July to early September, but let me tell you, it's not a walk in the park. Some say the thin air up there can make you see stars in broad daylight. But don't worry, we're not going to put you through that today. The best times to visit are usually early morning or late afternoon, when the mountain is often more visible. If you're lucky, you might catch a glimpse of the Diamond Fuji, a natural spectacle where the sun appears to sit directly atop the mountain's peak, creating a shimmering diamond effect. And believe me, it's worth setting an alarm for. Now, a little trivia for you. Did you know that Mount Fuji is actually a stratovolcano? That's right. It's made up of 3 separate volcanoes, one on top of the other. But don't worry, it's been over 300 years since its last eruption. I guess even volcanoes need a little break, huh? But let's not forget the spiritual significance of Mount Fuji. With numerous shrines dotting its base and slopes, it's considered a sacred site and a place of worship, adding yet another layer to its profound allure. All right, enough with the mountain talk. Let's descend and explore some more. Welcome to Kamakura, a place where history, culture, and giant Buddhas coexist. Here, nestled in the Kanagawa prefecture, a coastal town unfolds its ancient charm. Kamakura is like a time capsule, transporting you back to the days of samurais and shoguns. Imagine stepping into a place where every corner whispers tales of a time when Kamakura was the political center of Japan, a time when the Kamakura shogunate held sway and samurais roamed the streets. The town is steeped in history, and it's as if the very air you breathe here is imbued with the spirit of the past. Now let's talk about the star attraction of Kamakura, the Daibutsu, or the Great Buddha. This colossal bronze statue of Amida Buddha, sitting at over 40 feet tall, is one of the most iconic landmarks of Japan. It's so large that it would take a sumo wrestler on stilts to high-five this Buddha. That's right, you heard it correctly. A sumo wrestler on stilts. This awe-inspiring Buddha, cast in the 13th century, has withstood typhoons, tsunamis, and the test of time, remaining as serene and majestic as ever. But Kamakura isn't just about the Great Buddha. It's a treasure trove of beautiful temples and shrines, each with its own unique story. Take the Tsurugaoka Hachimangu Shrine, for example. It's not just a spiritual hub, but also a place of historical significance. You can almost hear the echoes of ancient rituals and festivals that once filled this place. And let's not forget the natural beauty of Kamakura, with its sandy beaches, hiking trails, and the stunning views of Sagami Bay. It's a paradise for nature lovers. The cherry blossom season turns the town into a picturesque canvas painted with hues of pink and white. It's as if Mother Nature herself has let loose her artistic flair. In Kamakura, history isn't a thing of the past. It's a living, breathing entity that exists side by side with the present. It's here that you can truly witness the harmonious blend of the old and the new, the spiritual and the secular. Leaving the Buddha behind, we venture into the wild. Hakone, a place where you can literally let off some steam. Nestled in the heart of Japan's Kanagawa prefecture, Hakone is a paradise for those seeking a bit of relaxation and adventure, steeped in natural beauty and cultural heritage. Now let's dive into the heart of this geothermal wonderland. You can't visit Hakone without experiencing the famous hot springs, or onsen. Soak in these therapeutic waters, where the earth's heat and minerals work their magic, melting away your travel fatigue. But remember, it's a little like cooking pasta. You don't want to overdo it and end up too soft. The hot springs aren't the only thing to get steamy about. Hakone is home to Lake Ashi, a picturesque body of water created in the caldera of Mount Hakone after the last eruption around 3,000 years ago. The lake offers stunning views of Mount Fuji on clear days, so you can enjoy your hot spring bath while admiring one of the world's most famous peaks. Talk about a room with a view. But let's not forget the reason for all this heat. Hakone sits on a volcanic field. Now that might sound a bit daunting, but don't worry, the only thing erupting here are the bubbles in your onsen. Although it's always good to have a quick escape plan just in case you hear the ground rumbling. Maybe a jet ski on Lake Ashi? Hakone is a jewel of Japan where you can immerse yourself in nature while enjoying a touch of luxury. It's a place where the hustle and bustle of city life feels a million miles away, even though it's just a stone's throw from Tokyo. So whether you're a fan of hot springs or inspiring landscapes, or you just fancy the idea of bathing in a volcano's backyard, Hakone is the place to be. Now that we're all steamed up, let's move to a cooler location. Welcome to Kyoto, where the past meets the present in a beautiful dance. Now let's immerse ourselves in the cultural heart of Japan, Kyoto. A city where tradition takes the lead, Kyoto is home to over 1,000 temples, each with its own story etched in the annals of Japanese history. From the Golden Pavilion of Kinkakuji to the Thousand Torii Gates at Fushimi Inari Taisha, Kyoto is a treasure trove of ancient architectural marvels. But temples aren't the only stars of the show here. Kyoto is the city of geishas. The district of Gion is famous for its tea houses, where you can catch a glimpse of these elegant performers. Dressed in exquisite silk kimonos and white makeup, geishas are the living embodiment of grace and beauty. But remember, don't confuse them with actors. They're highly skilled artists trained in traditional Japanese arts. Now, let's talk about tea ceremonies. Kyoto is well known for its matcha, a type of powdered green tea. The traditional tea ceremony, known as chanoyu, is a tranquil, meditative experience. The meticulous preparation and serving of matcha is more than just brewing a cup of tea. It's a spiritual journey that embodies the principles of harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. And speaking of tranquility, let's not forget the first time trying to eat with chopsticks. The struggle is real, my friends. It's like trying to play the piano with two fingers, but instead of producing music, you're just trying to get that elusive piece of sushi into your mouth. It's a rite of passage, a humbling experience that reminds us we're all just beginners in the grand scheme of things. But don't worry, once you master the art of wielding chopsticks, you'll feel like a samurai ready to conquer the world. Or at least a bowl of ramen. Kyoto, with its blend of ancient traditions and modern conveniences, is a city that resonates with the rhythm of Japan's heartbeat. It's a city that whispers tales of the past while humming the tunes of the present. Enough of the ancient charm. Let's dive into the bustling city life next. Now let's dive into the heart of Japan, Tokyo. This metropolis is like a neon-lit ballet, where skyscrapers pirouette in the starlit sky, and the chorus line of bustling streets pulsates to the rhythm of life. And speaking of rhythm, you haven't truly experienced Tokyo until you've seen the city's neon lights. These vibrant signs are a symphony of color, painting the night sky with their radiant hues. It's as if the city is trying to outshine the stars themselves. Moving from the ethereal to the terrestrial, let's talk about Tokyo's skyscrapers. These towering titans of steel and glass reach out to touch the heavens, each one a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. They're like giant exclamation marks, declaring Tokyo's place as a global powerhouse. Now, what's a trip to Tokyo without a taste of sushi? In Tokyo, sushi isn't just food, it's an art form. Each piece is a miniature masterpiece, crafted with the precision of a Swiss watchmaker. Whether it's the fresh catch of the day or a classic tuna roll, every bite is a tantalizing treat for your taste buds. And then there's sumo wrestling, a sport as Japanese as cherry blossoms, and samurai. The thunderous clashes of these titanic athletes are a sight to behold. And if you think wrestling is all about brawn, think again. The strategic mind games and ceremonial rituals are as integral to sumo as the wrestlers themselves. But let's not forget about the city's bustling streets where you could easily get lost. And that's half the fun. Imagine wandering around discovering hidden gems like a quaint little sushi bar or a sumo training stable. You know what they say, not all those who wander are lost. Sometimes they're just tourists in Tokyo. So whether you're a neon light enthusiast, a skyscraper spotter, a sushi connoisseur or a sumo fan, Tokyo has something for everyone. From the city that buzzes with life, we head to a place of tranquility. Nara, where deer roam free and humans are the visitors. Welcome to Nara, a city where the deer are the real kings and queens and we humans are just their humble subjects. Imagine a place where you can walk side by side with deer as they confidently strut down the streets, completely unbothered by the hustle and bustle of city life. That's Nara for you. Now let's talk about Nara Park, a place that's more like a deer's paradise than a public park. It's home to over 1,000 deer, all of whom are considered sacred and protected. And these deer aren't shy. They'll even bow to you if you offer them a deer cracker. But be warned, once they know you have food, they might just follow you around all day. But Nara isn't just about the deer, it's also a city steeped in history, with ancient temples that will take your breath away. One of the most notable is Todaiji Temple, which houses the world's largest bronze statue of the Buddha. Standing at over 50 feet tall, it's a sight to behold. And let's not forget about Kasuga Taisha, a Shinto shrine that's as old as Nara itself. With its thousands of stone lanterns lining the path and the moss-covered torii gates, it's like stepping into another world. In Nara, you can also find the Nara National Museum, a haven for art lovers. This museum is dedicated to Japanese Buddhist art and houses a vast collection of sculptures, paintings, and calligraphy. But let's get back to the deer for a moment. You see, in Nara, the deer aren't just animals, they're considered messengers of the gods in Shinto religion. So, the next time you see a deer bowing to you, remember it's not just asking for a cracker, it's also saying hello from the gods themselves. So, whether you're a history buff, a nature lover, or just someone who enjoys feeding deer, Nara has something for everyone. As we say goodbye to our dear friends, we wrap up our journey. Well, folks, our virtual tour of Japan has come to an end. We've journeyed together from the majestic peak of Mount Fuji, a symbol of Japan's natural beauty and a beacon for adventure seekers, a place where the air is thin and the views are nothing short of breathtaking, where every step taken is a step closer to the heavens. Then we strolled through the historic city of Kamakura, a place where ancient temples whisper tales of times long past. We've walked down its quaint streets, taken in the sight of the great Buddha, and maybe even paused to enjoy a matcha ice cream or two. Next, we found serenity in the hot springs of Hakone, nestled in the heart of a national park. A place where you can relax, rejuvenate, and, if you're lucky, catch a glimpse of Mount Fuji in the distance. Just remember, if you feel a bit too relaxed, it's probably the hot spring water, not the sake. We then immersed ourselves in the cultural hub of Kyoto, where tradition meets modernity. From the golden Kinkaku-ji temple to the charming streets of Gion, Kyoto is an experience that's akin to stepping into a beautiful painting. Of course, we couldn't miss out on the hustle and bustle of Tokyo, a metropolis that never sleeps. From the neon lights of Shibuya to the tranquil Meiji Shrine, Tokyo is a city of contrasts that never fails to amaze. Finally, we ended our journey in Nara, a city that's as famous for its friendly deer as it is for its historic temples. A place where you can feed a deer one minute and marvel at the world's largest bronze Buddha statue the next. So, as we wrap up our tour, I hope you've enjoyed this whirlwind adventure through Japan as much as I have. It's time to pack those bags, folks. And remember, packing light is overrated, especially when you're planning to bring back a suitcase full of memories. Until next time, keep that wanderlust alive and your passports ready. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content.